Okay, I have my little Zebulon bee upstairs yipping in the background. He's going to be my background music, I guess. So here's just 5 rows. There's my bag, my piles of rolls for my Cathedral Window Quilt, and here's the supplies that you'll need. I use these for turning them from the square. You sew, like I showed you before. Sew, and then you get something that looks like, and then you sew down the diagonal and you leave an opening. Cut that opening, you turn it right side out, and then you have a pile of these, which you have to press, which I love my pink iron for that. You press them, you turn them into, what I do is I take this, add these two together, add these two together, and then I press. I make my piles, and then I sew them in my rows, and then I will pin them. And I use these little pins. I bought these with the pretty heads because I like pretty things, but honestly these ones are easier. Oh, my big hands, it's sometimes hard to pick them up. I bought some 5-inch squares, and then I cut them, and I also bought 1/4 yards here and there. So my fabric is coordinated to some extent, but it's going to be the kind of quilt that I'm going to put on my bed, and then I'm going to have my daughter, my granddaughters, grandsons look at it and tell me what their favorite thing is, what their favorite spot is. And I'm also going to put a few hearts in there, one for each of the kids and one for each of the grandchildren. And I have to say, this right here is one of my favorites because I had a store and that was my logo. So that's what it looks like so far. Oh, that's the cat attacking my toes now. If it's not the cat, it's the dog. This is Princess Anne. Princess Anne, for those of you who like cats and dogs, I liked dogs, and now apparently I like cats. I didn't know that. It took me all these years. Now I guess I like cats because I got a kitten. They're very mischievous little things. So anyways, that's what it's looking like, and there's my big bag of rolls that I'm going to put together when I get brave, which is going to be soon because I only have 6 more rows to do. And I take one little tip. I take these bags, when I bought the muslin, because I needed so much of it, I bought bolts. This is a really strong plastic, and I use them to store my rolls in when I'm done sewing them, so that way they'll stay clean, which has been a little bit of a challenge for me. I've spilled tea on one because I carry them around in my bag so that I can do sewing wherever I am. And one day I had some tea bags in there, and then I put a cup of water from my granddaughter's sippy cup in there, and it made tea. And another thing that happened is this. Ink. Somehow, ouch, she's scratching my feet. Look what I have to put up with. Really, Princess, it's my foot. Goodness. Anyways, back to the quilt. This is how I am. I'm scattering. But you know what? I'm keeping it because it just so happens that That black ink that got spilled is right next to a black square. And I tried everything trying to get the one roll that I spilled tea on to get the stains out, and I couldn't. So I decided I'm not even going to mess with that black ink. I'm just going to leave it there. So this is what it's looking like so far. I could roll out a few more rolls, but that's a lot of work just to roll them out so that you can see what I'm doing. Some people might not even be interested enough to look. Hopefully the ones that are will subscribe and then share my video. If you share, sharing is caring. And I might get some subscribers because I'm pretty low on subscribers. And as you know, YouTube works with people sharing and subscribing. And so far, I'm a little skinny on the subscribing part. So if you can help me out by sharing and subscribing, I'd love it. I'll give you more updates in a few more days. But not bad. Started this in July. No. I think it was the end of June. And here we are, September 25th. And it's looking pretty good. Those are legitimately finished. All those in that bag. So I will update you again next week.